People's Democratic Alliance PTA khan aji tai khan ekta campaign launch kurche aro aji laga tin dia ami khan laga chief minister ni period bra lugina deputy chief ministers y patun aro tiar zilang aro PGP laga state president Benjamin aro party workers khan sob ahi kena itu launch program de attend kurche ami khan sob manu jani ase itu sal Lok Sabha elections de PTA laga side pra Dr. Chimben Murege tage itu ticket na ase aro aji laga program de Dr. Chimben Murege pra kotha kura homoi tai kuise ki 9 political parties aro 60 MLAs tan eksat ahigena tage support dia do bishi historic occasion ase one do tai kuise tai itu bi kuise ki tai akhau gure ase ki tai itu par Lok Sabha election de bishi tangor margin bra jutibo one do akhau gure ase aro tai itu bi kuise ki tai jodi itu election do jutile do tai parliament de jagina tai nagamanu in general khani tai voice out kurbo aro tai mon digina itu tai laga job role to play group na itu tai kusha aji laga program de alag MLAs kan nolipi alag individual kan aina kotha kusha ahibi ami kan aji laga program over de kinega luise phalre par sailobo
বেশিরভাগ আপনার কাছে দেখি থাকিব অনিগানা থাকিব কিন্তু ডাক্তার জামবেন মরিলো তাই প্রফেশনালি ডাক্তার আছে দাওয়াই আৰু পলিটিক্যাল ফিল্ডে তাই মিনিস্টার भी হইছে বেশি কাম পারা আনবেকতা আছে ওয়েল কোয়ালিফাইড ওয়েল এক্সপেরিয়েন্স এটু হি নয় কিন্তু নাগাল্যান্ড স্টেট পাইগনা আজি তক নর্দার্ন ট্রাইবস ওরা এটু লোকসভাতে কথা নাই আপনারা কাছে সব জানে নাগাল্যান্ড ইজ কনসিস্ট অফ ট্রাইবস এটু নিমিতে আমাখান এটু ভাবিগনা একদম ভাল কেপেবল আর আমাকে সব নিমিতে পার্লিমেন্টে কাম করিব নিমিতে ডাক্তার জামবেন তো আমাকে ইউনিভার্সিটি পিটি ক্যান্ডিডেট সারি করেছে আপনাকে নিজ জায়গায় আজি মিটিং হয়ে যায় না কাম করি না তাই তো পার্সোনালি আপনাকে লোক না আজি লোক পয়সা এটি নিমিতে কাম করিব বলে আপনাকে তো অনুরোধ করে আছে থ্যাংক ইউ আপনাকে জানে ইলেকশন যে হলে নতুন লাগা নয় বেশি প্রোপাগান্ডা আইব কি আইব বলিবি এটা ন্যাশনাল সেন্ট সাবি কোন আইব দিল্লিতে কোয়ার্টে রোলিং পার্টিতে পার্ট করব লাগে এই তেনেকা হলি আমা নাগাল্যান্ড নিচিনা স্টেট সৰু একটা এমপি থাকা রিসোর্স ইমান নাই এইটো তো রোলিং কোনটো আছে এতিয়া এনডিএ আইবলে আছে তাতে আমাৰ এনডিএ তাতে ক্যান্ডিডেট আছে আমাৰ অ্যালায়েন্স আছে এনডিএ তে এইটো নিমিতে একো মনটোক লৈ গেলা প্ৰপাগান্ডা লৈ গেলা আমাৰ ক্যান্ডিডেট তাতে ভোট দিব নিমিতে কাম কৰিবি বুলি আপোনাৰ কামকে এইটো অনুৰোধ কৰি আছে
This is not a consensus candidate for only BJP and NPP. It is a consensus for 60 elected members. Clear that on show press relativity, show political party in Nagaland except Congress. American MLA 60 members ago. Since we are opposition-less government, এতিয়া American consensus candidate Dr. Chimben support করিব কইনা ইয়াতে ট্রুপ দেওয়ার কারণে আপনাদের সব ধন্যবাদ দিয়ে আছে I want to request যদি ইয়াতে কংগ্রেস খান ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট খান আমেরিকান কি কই আছে এটো হইনি বলে আহে কিনা আছে বলে আজি পৰা মরম পৰা ইয়াতে জয়েন করিবি For the last 15 years, there is no Congress MLA in Nagaland. আমি তো ভাবিছে this time the American consensus candidate টা champion আনোবো সবনাকে এনে যে আনোবো মিশনায় উপরে আছে এতো I thought that no other political party will contest against the 60 legislators consensus candidate. Politics আছে, election আছে, decisive कोई भी एक ता केसा से 5 बार 6 बार एक ता कैंडिडेट कांग्रेस को आया है ताकि होता है every election out of 19-20,000 100 200 पाए थाका लगा कैंडिडेट आसे तो एक दिन अभी होती है अपने 4 बार 5 बार कांग्रेस को एक बार भी 500 भी पाना है दिले मन देखता कोई ऐसे their reply he gave me is that election time they party card python I want to be ex-candidate itulah naam beragami bisa jadi jadi since 2003 our honorable chief minister Sri Nibiru ताकि बीजेपी लोगों ने alliance करे किना खेले आहा आसे 2003 पर आसे during this Congress government Prime Minister Manmohan Singh he was 2-time Prime Minister from Northeast from Assam he is a Rajya Sabha member from Assam अपने की जगह 2 साल फिर ले ताई लगा मुख ताई लगा फेस नागालैंड में देखिए he have not visited even once in Nagaland within the 10 years of his prime ministership. Our present prime minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, a visionary leader, he has visited more than 60 times within these 10 years in Northeast. Northeast is more than 60 times visit today. Because our Manmohan Singh to Assam bhi dekhi thi na during the 10 years. He has visited more than 60 times. And within these 10 years, every month, our union minister can, especially in Nagaland, every month, 2 bar, 10 bar, our Nagaland are to see our problems, grievances, Ibra Pumchana, ito Sabuda Heron. Ito Bra. This time, our state, BJP state president Kwa Ishida. This time also, BJP alone, as he apna ghan tayo itiba thorele dekhina doi dabi. As he apne Kwa BJP alone, we are getting 350 to 70. Together with alliance, we are crossing 400. Even in last 2019 election, parliament election, BJP alone we got 303. Only one good things with BJP is that American full 500 पालेगी, 500 भी BJP पालेगी, एक का पीड़ा दूसरा political alliance पालेगी, we will never forget. That is the good things of our Prime Minister's leadership. Our Honorable Chief Minister, 2003 para BJP alliance government चला हाँ. Itu maksudnya Congress kan President Biden impose करे दीजिए. itu maksudnya Congress government भी आई से बोले भी. But BJP alliance सारा नहीं. itu berarti हमारे BJP kan itu जाने को लगे. Now, I want to give my special thanks to our NDPP leaders and our Honorable Chief Minister. 2018 के American alliance लगा agreement था का. What is that agreement? Rajya Sabha member to BJP के टीमों Lok Sabha member to American NTB Gil Lobo. Eto Thagabrahi, this time we got Rajya Sabha member. American BJP Paise. Also 60 member vote taken a Rajya Sabha member, Olavo Tibukula American Parudum Prati Kuribo. Out of 60 seats, our Honorable Chief Minister, Dala commitment Rakabra, alliance Nade commitment Rakabra, we got the Rajya Sabha membership. That's why this time our BJP workers, Amimi Palbrano Bode, Karikatas Poe, Aminan BJP Karikatas, leaders come, consensus committed to the children. Tarne, all against Kuribo, BJP can call against Kuribo, Ulta Pulta Kilibo. I request State BJP President to immediately take action, active Pravi Kati private Pravi Kati 100% American this time BJP. It is support curriculum. I hope this will be the last kick-off campaign and last campaign together like this. We must all go to our respective constituency. Nomination kali file kurugula ase, file kura bichede hoy, ek part to inaka nishina Timapur, since our Congress candidate is our Morsung district, ekta tuta jakete Rene, ito Lord Eko noy, bole bi, I mean 60 members, so kaige support kuribo koise. Wasa mukra support koribo na result ki daga hobo consensus wise eto count koribo ase tate prai jani bole jita to jiti se arampara jiti se ami to anupos isara bhabe ase bole bi jita to margin to kamti hoise bole ami khala soram Party workers can laga charity, right can laga ki kamase kargami koribo. Elected member 60 minikina kam korigina margin company hoise bola minam kisi sorma. Tade amikan amar onno sembra amar MP ke Delhi loi jabo. Prime Minister nobody China present dibo. At the time de what is the winning percentage koigina? At the time, the last parliament election, 2019, we nearly lost. Imagine we won by 16,000 only. This time though, I hope and pray that we should win, our winning margin should not be less than 5-6 lakhs. Council the report pray kore dibina. Notice the report pray kore dibina. Ina kore dibina chai Prime Minister the present di shegule. American state kanegi tai. Eto ini bi tai aminke man hoto kore ase. Kore bi. Gaya kena eto result phal dekai shegule. Aru tai. Hodai koi thake. Not only Nagaland. Wherever he goes. Iman tangon meeting kai koi thake, unless Northeast is developed, India is not developed. Ami han logo one special ito concern ke kina kam kora time de ami han ke taila kotha mani kina amar tagla chumbenge 5-6 lakhs pra jitai kina kothai dise bole फिर अभी पहला मूल पोजी कोई के ना छोटो स्टेट होले क्या मिलन भी तीस काम की बात होती बोला के हमारा same to Hatna said, it depends on our winning result. Ito Morumra. Yade, दूसरा political party तो nomination तो कोई भी withdrawal date क्या है? itu nungguंचा आके के withdrawal date nungguंचा आके के withdraw कोई किना पूरा नागा मिले किना ताकि आलू polls पोथाली किमान था itu berat asli हमारे campaign kick off time day हमने time दिया करके खुशी जाने ऐसे दोनों लगाते हमारा consensus हो है हमारा leader हमारा दोनों same रहा हमने कौन जागते कोथा को हमने वही क्या से कोई बिना कुछ बोला नहीं wherever he is sending or honorable chief minister party हमने तो बारो एक पहले राज्य के होने की कुंचुआ we should not concentrate only in our constituency. याद है अभी हम बीजेपी लगा तो 20 दे पारों ने ऐसे आज का constituency भी अभी हम पारों बड़ा काम करो बोला गया तो ये तो भी जाना है. So with these few words, thank you so much for giving me time. और next day nomination file करा विषय दे काम दिन के लोग पावो और काम दिन करा लोगों के हमारा कैंडिडेट के लेटर को मैंने जो सब के जाना है. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank the Honorable Chief Minister and the Parliamentary Board of NTPP Party, and also, as mentioned, the various coalition partners, primarily the BJP, NCP and PP, NPF, LJP, RV, RPI, A and JD, and including the independent MLAs, all 60 MLAs together. That is why, as mentioned, it has the tag of consensus candidate. And I'm very happy because this is a historic occasion. It has never happened before for a candidate contesting Lok Sabha election to be supported by all the 60 MLAs. Ami Sarot Curriculum Nase Coalition 60 MLA led by our visionary and dynamic Chief Minister. Our society ekdum fragment origina ase, but at the same time there is no unity among different society organizations as well as the other groups of. So for the 60 MLAs to come together, it is not just a show of strength, but it is a show of unity. I would like this message to go across Nagaland. 9 political entities coming together is not a small thing. Unitedly, they are taking up issues for us. Actually, Ami Tiki Paishe, recently Assembly Session Day. For example, free movement regime. Itu Nishnapi, our government Naga Karni Palnai. Itu Jani Gina, Ekta decision Pidwa, Ami kan Tiki Paishe. I hope Nagas of all walks of life, itu laga Q Lui Gina, Amakan laga unity. Our Chief Minister Hotai Koitaka Nisna, Amakan laga unity to. For us to progress, we need that unity amongst Nagas of different walks of life. I'm lucky to be a beneficiary of this unity, and as mentioned, Amakan Chai Taka to huge winnability and huge margin for GDP and God willing. And for me, this is an enormous responsibility. And I will see to it, if I win, I will see to it that I will carry the wisdom of our legislators and the ways of the people of Nagaland. Kaliya Mahan Tiki Paishe, Congress laga video clips, Tade Bishi Kotabi Urishe, Amakan Huni Paishe, Congress laga anti-BJP stand, taking the sentiment of Christian suffering. Itu nisina Amakan Yate, MLA minister can all 100% Christians. And we say, Congress is right in saying that we are more than 90% Christians. Itu nisina India de hopi, noyade pa outside India hopi, kumba amar Christian pai punikan tukpai ase. Noyade pa amar churches kan biya kuri dise. Enaga kopor pai na amakan sok ito de mun tukpai. But then we are standing on political platform, and in this political platform, be it here today or in the platform of other candidates, we are talking about the political side of it. And today, standing before you, I would like to mention some points here, because we have to talk reality. Asol ki ase, itu kotha koribo lage. Asol kotha to etu ase, ami kali to eta program thakise. I was afraid I would not reach in time. I started around 2:07 p.m. and I was supposed to reach here before 4 p.m. Start Kurato, I took only 1 hour 35 minutes to reach Dimapur. Itu ki ase bole to rasta palwa karne. I am most of the time stationed in Boka, and to come to Kohima, it used to take me 2.5 hours earlier. Kile bole to rasta biya. But today, I travel the same distance within 1.5 hours. Rukiale ase bole to rasta palwa. Itu nisina aji amakan sob yate sobima sports arena, sports complex te aise. I cannot keep out when ekdam pahar laga area nisina. So much of development has taken place, and Chumukilima has been named as the sports district of Nagaland. Itu nisina yate keep out it is the reality, ground reality of what is happening here today. Amakan sob monte naga political issue laga kotha kori thake. Itu nisina who was the first prime minister to recognize our uniqueness, the unique history of Nagas? It was Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, the former prime minister, late Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Itu nisina because he said so, and moreover he said past leaders have made mistake as far as Naga issue is concerned. There was a U-turn in the concept that central leaders had on Naga political issue. And then we have to appreciate the framework agreement that we talk about, the agreed position that we talk about, was instrumental. Prime Minister Modi ji was instrumental in signing those agreements. And today, I'm very happy that the Prime Minister is taking special interest in developing the Northeast along with Visit India. Earlier, there was Look East policy, but today we have Act East policy. Prime Minister Modi ji has said, India cannot develop without Northeast development. How true it is. But at the same time, I would also like to say that Nagaland cannot develop fully without the solution to our ex-Naga political issue. And when Naga issue is settled, it will have effect on all the northeastern states, and we can develop together. These are some of the realities that we live today, and I'm a politician, and therefore I have to be realistic. And in this matter, I would also like to supplement what our Deputy Chief Minister has said, that NTA is going to come back with something natural. And in that arena, where are we going to be? Are we going to be in the government? Are we going to continue to take the benefits of government of India? Or are we going to shy away from that and vote for somebody else? Congress is putting up brave front. Nevertheless, today I have the support, as mentioned, of the 60 legislators of Nagaland. And I've been going around meeting organizations and I see the happiness on their faces, and I know that they are going to vote for me. And this is a collection of not only voters from Jumikitima. Many people are from across the state. I would like you to take on the message that today this is a different Lok Sabha election. All 60 MLAs coming together, all political parties in the government coming together to give a push to our needs and our feelings. And I assure you, God willing, if I'm elected, I will definitely be the voice, again I would like to mention, be the voice of the honorable legislators and the voice of Nagas in general. In conclusion, I would like to leave a small message to the youth of Nagaland. Way back in 2000, when we were entering the new millennium, 2080, I went around having interaction with a lot of youth and student organizations, and there, at that period of time, I was telling them, very soon, it will be a global village. The world is going to become a globalized village. And in this, it has happened today. And especially the youngsters today, you live in such a situation that whatever is happening across the globe, in the most corner part of the world, outer parts, you can see it in your mind. And that is the strength that you have today. And I would like to request you to not make mistake, take conscious decision and take the right decision, because why I'm particularly addressing the youth is tomorrow is yours. And therefore, for tomorrow, to build tomorrow, you have to make the right decision today. With this, viewers, apni kan kiman aikena se, ami laga khushi chanai dia se, ami laga khushi to yate opor de koi taka tangoria kan sobke chanai dia se. Please cast your precious vote for me, so that I can represent you in the parliament. I will be proud to represent you, and I will make sure that you are also proud that I am representing. Thank you so much.
Nagaland is a special place. And I think this is a time for Nagaland to join the mainstream in a big way, because it's a historic time. We had a government of unity, a government where all political parties, without opposition, want to work together to fulfill the dreams and aspirations of the people of Nagaland. And on the stage also we have a message of unity in diversity. It doesn't matter what our political affiliations are, what our political commitments are. Our goal is only one: to serve the people of Nagaland and ensure there's peace, development and prosperity. Under Prime Minister Modi, we have, from the times of Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, the then NDA Prime Minister, who started the Look East policy and who also made for the first time a Ministry for Tribal Affairs, the Department of Northeast Development. That foundation was laid way back up to 2004. When Prime Minister Modi came in 2014, he said, we will not just look east, but we will act east. And as Deputy Chief Minister Pattonji was mentioning, the number of visits by our Prime Minister, our ministers, is amazing. I mean, hundreds of visits by our ministers, over 70 visits by our Honorable Prime Minister. And why I'm pointing this out? Because there are several schemes and programs of the government that are for the benefit of India, and some I hope Nagaland will take benefit from, like in sports. There's no reason why we should not see more people and more sportsmen emerge from Nagaland to the national and even the international scene. We have it from neighboring Manipur, we have it from other states like Assam. Why not Nagaland also occupying that? The talent is here, the opportunity is now presenting itself, we must work together. In startups, one data I will give you, or what the Honorable Prime Minister recently spoke. Today there are 1,25,000 registered startups, young people who have started a small business of their own, registered it with Startup India, and are today getting funding and creating employment for themselves and creating employment for others. These startups are not just from Calcutta, Bombay, Delhi, Madras, Chennai, whatever. They are from 600 districts. We need to work to see that some districts of Nagaland also register these kind of startups, Chief Minister Sir, so that they become aspirations and also inspirations for people of the Northeast to see, yes, even Nagaland is contributing to the startup movement of India. Our Honorable Home Minister has worked relentlessly, Mr. Amit Shah, to see that peace comes to this region. As we know, Afspa has reduced in most areas. A small distance needs to be covered, and with time, God willing, we shall cover that too. He was the first Home Minister in the history of our independence to come and spend the night at Mon, which was in eastern Nagaland, campaign in Tuinsang, and that shows that there is an affection that we will go to the farthest places because we believe and we care for the people here. Our National President, Mr. J.P. Nadda, had come during campaigning, had an opportunity to address a campaign rally in Kohima, from where we have now elected, as also from Dimapur, women legislators for the first time making history. They also had pointed out there is a special connection with Nagaland, even of our national president. His brother, his twin brother, served in Nagaland a long time ago. So Nagaland is part of our thinking all the time, at every level, and not but the least. Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma, who's been the chairman of the Northeast Democratic Alliance and is the chief minister of Assam, is a great friend of Mr. Rio, someone he respects. Mr. Rio and Hemanta have worked together on several years, on several forums, looking to see how the Northeast becomes part of the mainstream. That our candidate will win seems to be destined. When all political parties, when the people of Nagaland are behind them, there is no reason why Dr. Murray would not win. The only question is the margin of victory. And I appeal to you and through you to the others that we should give him a resounding margin, a historic margin. Such a margin of unity that people from Nagaland would show that he is an MP who has won perhaps with one of the largest margins in India. And there is no reason why we cannot achieve it if we work together. Because in that victory, I'm sure there will be greater aspirations of you that will join, and through him and through the government here, our joint government and the leadership of Chief Minister Rio, we will continue to serve you better. Thank you very much. God bless.
I have a message for our consensus candidate, Dr. Chandan Murray. I believe with all the 60 MLAs coming together, he will have an absolute majority win. However, I don't think we should take it very light, easily, and we should not be overconfident. Because at the end of the day, overconfidence can become your worst enemy and ultimately turn into your nightmare. So I think we have to collectively work together so that we come out victoriously, as Nahen Koli has said, as one of the biggest margins in the country. But now, this coming together, there is a purpose. Maybe it's God's plan that God is wanting to unite the Nagas. Because Nagas, as far as unity is concerned, we are not united at all, and which is a shame to other states and the country. So our coming together should be for a purpose, and that is, of course, based on development for peace, peace for development. However, we have a bigger dream to achieve, and that's solving the long-portrayed Naga political issue. And I believe this time around, we have chosen the right candidate who will go out to mainland and strongly voice out in the interest of the Nagas so that our Naga political issue will be solved. Thank you.
Leaders from all the political parties which I have mentioned I'm privileged to stand before you in this Lok Sabha election campaign launch. I've heard everybody, and all have expressed their solidarity to support our PDA consensus candidate, giving their assurances and also spoken their mind. But most of all, I'm extremely happy that they had mentioned about their gratefulness and their happiness to be in the oppositionless government. I thank all my honorable colleagues for supporting my leadership, giving me not only support, but full cooperation. And we are running smooth government which gives stabilities. In this, we have many agendas, our policy and programs, and our commitment. But what brought us together is the Naga political issue need to be resolved. Why? Because this is the desire, the voice of our Naga people. And we are committed, we stand by that. And as mentioned, from the Honorable Prime Minister, Home Minister, National President Naraji, and also our Northeast Democratic Alliance convener, Himata Biswa Sharma, who had given the full support in our cause, and that's how we appreciate and we really thank and we respect the alliance that we have made. The visionary leader, the Honorable Prime Minister, who had not only led the country in various developmental projects, the superpower and the economic activities in the country had brought the country to another level, and the respect that we command today is awesome. Not only superpower, but economic giant. And that's how, as a partner, we feel proud and we're grateful to their vision, to the guidance, and the partnership we have. Here I would like to remind you that I've been so blessed, and the people of Nagaland have been very kind to me, particularly my party and my alliance partners, for giving all support, including now 60 members working together. And therefore, we, the central government, shown 2 terms and going for the 3rd term under the leadership of our beloved Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji. We are proud partner. And Nagaland also, slowly and gradually, forging ahead in developmental activities, and particularly the youth. Their determination, their exertion, and their commitment to contribute to the nation building and our state. Just recently we concluded the Northeast Games, and the medals tells us, yes, the government gives support, the Nagaland Olympic Association give all possible support, the organizing committee of the Games work day and night, but it is the sports disciplines and the sports persons, their commitment had brought us into second position. The highest is 52, and we achieved 48 gold medals. Earlier, it was just Northeast game, I think it was 39 medals together, and only about 8 golds in the previous games. So the achievement, our youth, our sports persons, if they want to achieve something, they can do it. We believe in our youth, and our government, our opposition-less government, we should all rededicate ourselves to build our state. And the youth is a real asset, and therefore we should utilize them to make our state a vibrant state. Because there is so much talent, they need only a platform and an opportunity. And what better times we can do that? We, the central government, all with us, the Honorable Prime Minister, the Union Home Minister, and the National President, BJP, Nadaji, who is always very kind. We have not had any edge in our alliance. And locally, Northeast Democratic Alliance, our Himanta Biswa Sharma, a good friend and always caring, and that's how we are placed in a very comfortable position. I had the privilege of having alliance under my leadership with BJP. The other day also I said, Nagaland, under my leadership, were the first alliance with BJP since 2003. That means it is 21 years of alliance, continuous, with consistency. There was a break of UPA 1, UPA 2. That time the Congress party came to power with their alliance. In that 10 years, 2 terms, as mentioned, the Honorable Prime Minister never visited in his 10 years, 2 terms, not once came to Nagaland. Their deed was troubling us, and finally imposed President's rule in 2008. But because of the people's support, we came back with more number, with more MLAs, and till today, having alliance with BJP, who has a firm and strong position to rule the next term also. As mentioned by Deputy Chief Minister, Y. Patton, and others, including Benjamin. 400 plus MPs in the House of 532. BJP alone can have absolute majority, 273. They themselves will cross 300 for sure. But having that solid position, BJP is considerate. They are having alliance in almost all the states with even regional and small parties also. Not to talk of MPs or MLAs, even without MPs and MLAs also. BJP is having alliance with the smaller groups also. And I don't know for sure, but they have alliance partners, more than 30 members. Recently also, many had joined and more alliance were taken. So, to work under this atmosphere, it is fortunate. And in the state of Nagaland, our BJP friends, they had spoken, I did not repeat, but giving all the supports. And today our friend Nalin Kohli, BJP spokesperson in charge of Nagaland, has come. I have met Union Home Minister. I have spoken to Naraji, and our Sambit Patra also had stated that with Nada's approval, BJP is supporting Nagaland lone Lok Sabha seat also. So, working with BJP in alliance more than 20 years, I feel that it is an opportunity for the state to have peace in our land, to unite and take development opportunities. Our state, though small, it is in a strategic location. When the announcement of Look East policy and now Act policy as stated, it has to go through us. Now National Highway 29, which goes to Manipur and go to Southeast Asia. Many times, the Southeast Asia car rally, starting from Guwahati, and used to hold one night in Kohima, and they appreciate our hospitality. And a strategic location. That's why even in and around Dimapur, in Chatham Valley, we are proposing a new city, a future city, a global city, to be the hub of business for the Southeast Asia, which will go through us. Our state will be the gateway to do all activities. So, our PDA government and oppositionless government, I want our party leaders, our party workers, we should reach the grassroots, to all the nook and corners. And how Government of India, NDA government, which is our government, our alliance government, under the guidance and visionary Prime Minister, the schemes, the programs for the farmers, for the ground downtrodden, who are under poverty baseline, the benefit is going. All these things, whatever I don't have time to explain all those things, but whether it is reaching them or not, and how they will access to those benefits, various schemes, including the states, how we are doing. Our policy of transparency and accountability, and as per the student and the educationist and seniors demand, we have made not only NPSC, but NSSB, the service board interviews. So the competition, the transparency, the meritocracy will get into jobs through merit. Besides that, we all have to work. That's why government has announced from Government of India, your startup, and even in the state, similar to that, we say Chief Minister Microfinance. Any entrepreneurship, you should take up your discipline, skilling yourself, then you'll get that facilities. Without any collateral, your beneficiary is 10%, and then the bank will give 60%, and the state is giving 30% to cover the burden of your interest. And you have a moratorium of 7 years. Only after 7 years, you will pay. And minimum 15 lakhs. Then next level is 15 lakhs. And according to your capacity and your interest, it can go into crores. And therefore, we have to do something. While working for the party and the people, you yourself has to be stable. You have to have income. Our society, we don't talk much about economy. We should all know the economy. We talk about country economy, state economy, community economy, district economy, family economy, and individual economies. That's how the human index reveals what is the per capita income of the state, of the district. And therefore, now we have to be entrepreneurs, we have to talk about economy, and government will help, will guide, so that we will not worry for our 2 square meal, but when your position is stable, then you can serve your people, your party better. And that's why I feel all of you, during campaign also you can tell, but other time also, various political parties, they should have workshop, they should educate the farmers, the school dropouts, and so that everybody is engaged. We are a troubled state, and we have wasted too much time our Naga political issue has impacted us much, but now the realization is coming, and therefore, while the issue giving our best to resolve as an active facilitator, till such time comes also, you have to be self-sufficient and you have to have economy. We cannot be only consumer society, we should also be producing society. I was conversing with my Texas department, I as a finance minister. The Nagaland GST registered is about 12,000 entrepreneurs. But their majority is outsiders and the companies. Only less than 50% are locals. That shows that when outsiders can do business, how you will not be able to do? And therefore, we encourage you, and government will help you for your startup, for your financing, and they don't need your mortgages. It will be collateral. And therefore, if you want to make big loans also, we had passed a resolution for SAFIC that even you mortgage your property and you cannot pay, then the bank will seize your property. But then it cannot be sold out to others. It can be sold only to the indigenous inhabitants of Nagas in Nagaland. So, don't say that we don't have opportunities. We have created all possibilities, and our party should propagate that to the grassroots, and particularly to the educated unemployed who are looking for self-employment. Now, regarding our candidate, Dr. Chimben, all the speakers, former speakers, had endorsed his candidature and appreciation that we have chosen the competent and the best possible candidate. I am extremely happy about that, and that will give more inspirations for us to work for him. And once he is elected, with people's support and God's blessing, I trust him, I know him, that he will listen to us, he will hear the voice of the people, he will speak in the parliament on Naga issues and protections, and we respect former Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha members. But as I see my colleagues of 59 members, about 50% is first-timers who are well qualified. Some are government retired, as successful government retired people, and the freshers, youthful, educated, and in public life. So we have a vibrant government, and now Dr. Chimben Mori, possible, we want to go to all the districts and campaign for him for PDA consensus candidate, and I'm sure where we cannot reach up to the village and polling station, all the party leaders and workers should reach, send a message. I think winning is not an issue. But as mentioned earlier by speakers, getting the percentage, high percentage, if the highest, good, if not also a very high percentage. And even in voting, the number of votes linked by, we should have a record. Siam Chang, so far, our candidate, he lead more than 4 lakhs vote. I also won in Lok Sabha by more than 4 lakhs, but less than Siam Chang. However, the people, they love for our alliance. This is a real time. 60 members supporting one candidate, 60 MLAs supporting one candidate. And all the alliance, the political parties are together. So if we cannot achieve that, we cannot give any excuse. The counting will come to the full input. How much is your full input? How much is your constituency lead? And it will be on record. Therefore, I encourage you and I trust you that this time we will bring unity of the Nagas. Voting for one person, and that unity will be the platform to resolve any issues, be a Naga issue, or be ENPO issues, or even local issues. Assembly, people have said that in a democracy, opposition should be there. But in the assembly, there are so many questions. There are so many important public issues that discussion times are given, and many honorable members used to participate. You have seen that. So, God help us. We're launching the Lok Sabha election, and we're only one seat. So, let us do our duty and see that we unite our people to resolve all our issues. I wish all the very best to Dr. Chumben, our beloved candidate, and all my party leaders and colleagues. We have the support of Honorable Prime Minister. We have the support of Nadaji, the National BJP President, our alliance. We have the NEDA convener, Hemanta Biswa Sharma. And if the nation is going for election, so this time we may not call them and waste their time, but in fact, we should, in our neighbor, in and around, we should talk. And the Northeast should give a solid support to the NDA government by presenting our elected MPs. And so that our Prime Minister, Modi ji, will work for the country and particularly for the Northeast with new vigor. Thank you and God bless.